The Trump administration has reversed its decision, announcing the resumption of immigration raids targeting farms, hotels, and restaurants. These actions have sparked a wave of fear, particularly among immigrant communities, as videos circulate, showing federal agents chasing down farm workers in places like Oxnard, California. Critics argue that such raids could disrupt America's food supply and harm industries reliant on immigrant labor. Proponents counter that not all businesses engage in illegal practices, and those that do are now on notice. As immigration enforcement intensifies, the divide between legality and exploitation becomes ever more pronounced. In Ventura County, the agricultural industry is reeling. Fields that were once bustling with activity have turned into ghost towns. Workers, even those legally permitted to be in the country, reportedly too scared to show up, fearing they might be caught up in the raids. Downtown Los Angeles, known for its vibrant markets, has also seen a noticeable decline in activity. The fear is palpable, and businesses are struggling to adapt to the sudden shifts brought on by the renewed enforcement of immigration laws. Advocates of the raids argue that illegal hiring practices undermine the economy and create a haven for criminal enterprises. They point to cases where businesses employing undocumented workers reap significant financial benefits by skirting legal employment costs. Its savings, however, come at the expense of lawful workers who are often overlooked for positions filled by undocumented laborers. By enforcing immigration laws, proponents believe that fair competition can be restored, benefiting both the economy and the American workforce. Contrary to popular narratives, many argue that these raids reveal that legal residents are more than willing to take jobs that businesses claim nobody wants. In one notable case, a Nebraska meatpacking plant that saw over 100 undocumented workers detained had its vacancies filled within days by legal applicants. This challenges the idea that America's labor force is dependent on undocumented workers and highlights the potential for lawful hiring to sustain industries. The narrative that these raids will lead to starvation or economic collapse is increasingly being scrutinized. Many farms and businesses operate successfully while adhering to legal hiring practices. Critics of illegal labor argue that it props up an underground economy fueled by exploitation and crime, ultimately harming the nation more than it helps.
The suggestion that America cannot survive without undocumented workers is being revealed.
As a fallacy, however, the fear and confusion surrounding these raids persist. Some legal workers, misled by sensationalized media reports, are staying home out of concern for their safety. This highlights the role of misinformation in amplifying panic and creating unnecessary disruptions. Legal workers have little to fear from immigration enforcement, yet the perception of risk remains a significant barrier. The agricultural industry in California, a state heavily reliant on immigrant labor, finds itself at the center of this controversy. With the majority of the nation's produce coming from the region, any disruption is immediately felt across the supply chain. Critics argue that the concentration of agriculture in sanctuary states like California creates an artificial dependency on undocumented labor, making the industry particularly vulnerable to enforcement actions. Businesses in sanctuary cities face unique challenges as they navigate the interplay between local policies and federal enforcement. Many have become reliant on undocumented workers due to lower labor costs, which in turn has driven up rents and created economic imbalances. ICE cracks down. The shift toward legal hiring practices could help rebalance these local economies, promoting fairness and stability. Despite the fear, the work continues. Many farms and businesses are adapting by seeking legal workers or using seasonal visa programs. The raids may serve as a wake-up call for industries that have long relied on undocumented labor to reconsider their practices and align with legal standards. This transition, while challenging, underscores the need for sustainable and lawful employment solutions. The broader implications of these raids go beyond agriculture and hospitality and challenge long-held assumptions about America's dependency on undocumented labor and expose the complexities of immigration enforcement. By addressing illegal hiring practices, these actions aim to restore integrity to industries and create a level playing field. The conversation continues, raising important questions about law, economy, and the future of America's workforce.